I'm saying?
Talk about that,
When I
about
was
men having ideas and...
Yeah, because when I attended 316, like I said, we never paid for trips.
Right.
We had cake sales where you would cut up your cakes. On Fridays, most of the students would come in, and every Friday, everybody had their money together to buy a cake.
And whose idea was this?
This was Mr. Jenkins. Not only did he do that, we had a carnival every year because sixth grade would have their annual graduation trip. So they would go to Bear Mountain.
Wow.
And he would have big carnivals where family come in, sell raffles. We announce on the weekend, on the Monday, first thing we come in, how much money we did. So we all was a part of a job. We all felt like we had a job at that time. Everybody had a role for different positions to handle certain booths and counters. So you was already working already.
But Mr. Jenkins, he was the school
now
principal?
It's really no men. It was Mr. Jenkins, it was Mr. Darrell, it was men. Most of the teachers in the school was men. Even the young brother Michael that played Michael in Good Times, he came to the school. People coming to the school and bringing more ideas.
And what would these men bring?
These men brought foundation and generational wealth and growth. We already knew how to have jobs already. We already knew how to be sufficient. We was only in public school. At that time, the school went up to the sixth grade. So, we were still like able to come outside, go out, for an hour, whatever lunch break. We was able to go out. We was already
So these
disciplined.
men would bring direction?
Yeah. We had respect for Mr. Jenkins. So when we went out and he never had to call no one in the principal's office. He never had to do that. He hugged you. He was a suit and tie man. He was strong. And other men there were strong too because a lot of men were there. When the one man came in, he brought in a lot of other men, which was good. And like I said, sometimes women, because we have those hormonal imbalances and we have those menstruals, just broken at times. Sometimes we can't make those proper decisions. You understand? Because now it goes to like, you may challenge someone's ego that is a male dominant because of something you experienced in your past or your past life.
Right.
So now the person that really supposed to get the title and get the position is like they don't get it, as well as they don't have the opportunity to bring other men in it. Like men should definitely stay as the head of the school system.
Got it. Beautifully said.
Yeah, and even was very spiritual for me being in that school because I was going to remember all of this later, and I never forget it because every day we would go out to lunch, right? It would be my friend Charity and my friend Tasheen, and we would go to this beef patty store. Right at the end, it used to be a beef patty place, and it was a Jamaican beef patty place. So he would always give us free beef patties, and one day there's like, oh, he like you, and I'm like, one day I'm walking, I'm like, I'm a kid, this is a man behind this counter, So one day we leaving out of there, and they walked ahead, but I went back to him and I said, why do you give us the patties? Like, why do you give me the patties? And he said, God told me that every time you come in here, I must give you free beef patties and your friends because you have a good heart. I didn't do this. He said, God told me, and I have to listen to him. So when I went to walk out, I cried a little bit, but as fast as I cried, the tears dried back up. And they was like, what did he say? I said, he said he don't like me. God did it.
That's beautiful. Beautifully said. Thank you for that.